Hey, how you guys doing? I'm Eric the Epic from Eric the Epic, the World's Bro, and today I wanted to give you guys a speech. Now, today's speech is entitled Love and Fear, and it is my most important one. Now, human beings, we need several things to live. We need air, we need food, we need water, but perhaps one of the lesser known things that we need is love. Human beings need and crave love, and that's because it helps us grow, it helps us heal, it helps us see the world properly, and ultimately it helps us to become the best that we can possibly be. Now, human beings were born neutral. We're not born good, we're not born evil. Actually, I don't believe in evil. Evil is really just bad, and bad's really just misunderstood and lost. But we're born neutral, and it's up to our experiences and our environment around us to shape us to who we become. Now, in every situation throughout our life, we need love. If for any reason love is not present, the next most powerful emotion, which is fear, must take place. And fear is what causes our misunderstandings, our confusions, our problems, and our phobias today. Now, the cool thing about all this, though, is that if we're able to remember whatever our fear-laden memory is, we can introduce love and logic into it and overcome it, and not have that problem or issue anymore. Unfortunately, as babies, we're more akin to that of animals in that we are surviving off of instinct. We don't really have the evolution in our brain up here. For example, if you have a family member or a friend who has a baby and you get their permission, if you were to poke their cheek, you know what they do? Baby will turn its head in the direction of where you poked its cheek because they are conditioned through instinct to look for a nipple for nourishment. It's a survival adaptation trait. Now, unfortunately, about all of our memories, as I said, we're more akin to animals and our instinct. Our memories are not as strong. As we get older and older and older, our brain develops and becomes more strong, but we are unable to really recall a lot of those memories as from childhood, and those are where the ones that are messing us up oftentimes are, because we're newer to the world, everything's fresh to us, and everything is new. But this is where psychiatry and psychology comes into play. What's the cliche question that a psychiatrist always asks? And how does that make you feel? They ask this question because it's extremely powerful, because they're helping to pinpoint and look for that memory. The other cliche about psychiatrists is that they have you tell your whole life story. They do these two things in conjunction, so they're looking for these fear-laden memories so that they can learn from it and help you overcome and introduce logic into it and not have that issue anymore. Now, for example, I used to have a really bad, serious case of arachnophobia. From a kid on to adulthood, I used to have really bad arachnophobia, and I couldn't really understand why. Thinking about it logically, when I was a little kid, I used to play with insects and spiders and the like, and they didn't bother me. Then something happened, and then there's a longer period of time where I've been scared of any type of creepy crawly spider. But I was lucky enough to remember the memory that fear was in. For example, when I was a kid, I was exploring in my basement with my friend one day. We had flashlights, we were exploring, looking for treasure, Imagination's good stuff. And we kid you not, we literally saw a spider that was the size of the wall. Well, we screamed our heads off when we ran out of there. Now, logically speaking, where I live in that part of the world, spiders don't go anywhere near that big. So chances are it was just the reflection of the flashlight that I had. We're just projecting a shadow onto the wall, making it appear like a super large spider. Ever since I've been able to realize this, I've overcome my arachnophobia, and now I only have like basic, everyday, realistic fears of spiders, such as really, really, really big ones, or venomous ones, or swarms and swarms and swarms of those suckers. And that's just an example of how you can overcome fear with love and logic. Now, I give this speech so that everybody who hears it can possibly help yourself. If you think about it through incubation, which is a really cool technique that most people do, everyone does actually, that you don't even know it. Incubation is basically where you're thinking about something, a problem, like maybe you can't remember this friend's name or you can't remember this phone number that you know, but for some reason it's not on the top of your head. So your subconscious, which is unbelievably powerful, is searching through your whole memory archives looking for it in the background. You don't even realize it's happening. And then later on during the day, you'll be going about your business, and then, like lightning, it strikes you. Oh, that's what that was. It's because your subconscious is working in the background through incubation. Now, by telling you these stories and this speech, perhaps you, the viewer or listener, are able to think about your own past and perhaps incubate and remember that memory that might give you a fear or a phobia or a problem that you might have. And then by learning through, by utilizing logic and by introducing love into it as an adult, you might be able to overcome it. So that's my love and fear speech. I hope maybe this helps a whole lot of people out there, you know. If you like this speech or if you want to hear more, I do have my Facebook page at Eric the Epic, the World's Bro. I do have my YouTube channel here, and I do have a Twitter at Real Rainbro Dash. And you guys can hit them up whenever you like. I'll make announcements whenever I give speeches or anything else cool like this. But that's it for today. Hope you guys learned something. Hope this helps a whole lot of you. And remember, it takes awesome to know awesome.